Hello everyone! Today's episode will be on adding music to our game. However, this episode I will not be the one showing you how to add a music playing system to your game, as I found a fantastic video by Peyton that allows for even greater customization and control than I was planning on showing you. First, I'll show you where to find the music files in Undertale and Deltarune if you don't know where they are already. Then please go watch that video as it's required after this point, going forward. And after that, I'll show you some very useful tips and additions to their video that will help, suit our specific needs. So let's get started. Alright, so first, to find the music files for Undertale and Deltarune in a .ogg file format, which Peyton in their video explains why you need it in OGG, but for now I'll just show you how to get them. And yeah, so we can get those straight from the original game by opening up Steam here, and we can go to Undertale, and then we want to go to the settings, manage, browse local files. Okay, so then we have, it opens this up for you. If you don't have the Steam version, you should know where you've installed Undertale. And if you don't have the PC version of Undertale, where you can download the files, if you go to the undertale.wiki, I'll leave a link in the description to this page specifically. They have all the files that you'll need for like the, different songs that you might use in your game. And these are like going to be the original files, and they do have like the soundtrack versions of some stuff, which are different. But I'll explain how that's different after you go watch that video and implement Peyton's music system. But anyway, there's also on the Deltarune.wiki page, they have this one that I'll also link. These two only have links to the Bandcamp soundtracks, and you could download the OGG files from Bandcamp, but as I said, the soundtrack OST versions of these songs are not accurate to in-game. For Deltarune, you can just go, and if you have a shortcut, you can open file location, or if you do it on Steam, you can do the same thing I showed with Undertale. But anyway, since chapters 1 and 2 are free, you can just download them if you don't want to do it through Steam or whatever. And yeah, and then you just have all the files here. It's gonna be under the MUS folder here, and then here's all the different songs, right? We got Spamton Battle, right, where it's Now's a Chance to Via. You just gotta figure out what each of the songs are called. For example, some of them are just gonna have the actual name, right, like this. That's pretty obvious, but then others aren't gonna be quite as obvious. I don't know off the top of my head, but in Undertale, for example, Sans' theme is gonna be MUS_muscle, like that, right? So you just gotta, if you don't know, you can probably just look up insert song name, file name in Undertale, right? However, for the Deltarune wiki, all the unused tracks and hidden tracks, you can just get here for free. You just right click on it and save audio as. This is for Firefox. I'm not sure if how it's gonna work how it would work on Chrome. If you can't figure it out, you can look it up or just download Firefox and do it that way. And also, I would advise against using the Undertale soundtrack from Steam, and seeing with Deltarune chapter 3 and 4 when that comes out, because when you browse the local files here, you'll notice that these are in MP3 format, which in Peyton's video here, they explain why that is not something that you want. So anyway, I'd say go to the link I provide, go to their channel, and watch this video, and once you're done, I'll explain the few tweaks and adjustments that we'll need for the series. Alright, did you watch their video? So, alright, let's quick go over some things that we need to add. So first of all, in Undertale and Deltarune, at different points in the game, different songs will play at different pitches. For example, if I bring up the Deltarune Chapter 2 wiki here for their soundtrack, if we find Deal Gone Wrong here, it plays at different speeds at different points in the game, so at different pitches. And as another example, if we go to Undertale here, if we find mus_story real quick, yep, right here. So this is Once Upon a Time, but if I play it, you'll notice it sounds very different from the in-game in the soundtrack version. And this is what I was talking about before. So in Undertale and Deltarune, Toby likes to play things at like different pitches. For example, if I find mus_game over, which is going to be determination, it's a lot faster than what it is in-game and in the soundtrack. And this is why I dislike using the soundtrack versions of the things in your game, because if you listen to it, right, you have that. That's why if you ever listen to this and it sounds like, that sounds a little different than how it does in game, that's why. So anyway, to basically figure out, like, basically to achieve the, correct effect, it doesn't sound weird like it does in the soundtrack. What we're gonna do is, in our thing here, I name things differently than in the video Peyton did, just because I did music manager, because yeah, it's like task manager, but like music, right? It's kind of French, but like task isn't actually spelled that way in French. But anyway, pitch, you want to add this variable here, and then you just want to go to the step event, wherever you have the audio play sound part. You just want to do like a true, right? Then 1, then 0, and then pitch, right? Let me space this properly, like that. Okay. And then in ignore that I have different variable names, I just like to do it that way. But anyway, go to your music scripts, which I named SCR_music. So whenever you see me do this, just do whatever name that you have for your scripts. But anyway, so after we have all these, we want to add another thing here, which is going to be song pitch equals 1. So by default, the song pitch is going to be 1. But we're going to add down here, pitch equals song pitch, right? And with that, what we can do is, so first let me add in our mus_story from Undertale. So let's quick locate that. We're going to find it might be a good idea to copy the music into the folder of your Fangame, of your project, but I don't feel like doing that, so I'm just going to take it directly from the game files, right? Great, so now let's just make sure we have this at stereo, and if you look at the actual information of the different OGG files here, you'll see that it's 44.1, so that's what we want as the sample rate. So anyway, now in our music manager, like wherever we want to play like the song that with a different pitch, all we need to do is, have the song run at the pitch we want. Then, for fade out, we're gonna say 0. Of course, this might be different for you depending on what song you're changing the pitch of. For false here, and then song pitch 1, right? So if I just do that, so okay, now we have it playing at the in-game file pitch, right? Or not in-game pitch, the file pitch, right? But of course that's not what it is in game. So what we're going to have to do to actually figure out what pitch we want to play it at, we are going to have to look up Undertale mod tool. I spelled that wrong, but you know what I mean. So then we're just going to click here on this GitHub page here, and then we're going to click the latest release. And then we are going to find here whatever platform you're on, whether that be Windows, Linux, or Mac. I'm just gonna go with the Windows, and I'm gonna install it in my Undertale mod tool folder under my programs thing on my desktop. But you can save it wherever you want. So if I extract it here, okay, and you can delete the zip file. You don't need that anymore. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is, yeah, so load up Undertale mod tool.exe, and here we go. So now, that we just, you know, have confirmed that it's working, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our Undertale folder here. Again, we can access this through Steam, and then we want to find data.win, and what you're going to do is you're going to right click on it, open with, choose another app, and this I think is the older version, so let me just quick locate on my computer the current patch. Okay, and then you just want to, you know, open it. I'm sure if you don't know how to do this on whatever operating system you're using, then I'm sure you can just look it up. So now we have this, and we know that the file name is mus_story, so we can click find and then just search in code, and we want to type mus_story and then just search, and then we have this thing here which creates the music index for different things. So now we need to copy what's in the quotation marks, and click copy, then find, search in code, paste, search again. Okay, and then so we want to click it. For this one, it's going to be in game intro fake create for whatever reason. I don't know why it's fake, but anyway, just find the thing where you can find caster load, right? And then you see the caster play. Intro music is the variable that it's set as, and it's playing at like a volume of 1, I'm assuming that's what it is, and then the pitch is 0.91. So now we know that if we go into our Gamemaker here, and we change the 1 to 0.91, and we run the thing, now it plays at the in-game pitch, right? And if I load up Undertale here, okay, I don't know why this is showing up, but you see it's playing the actual thing. I don't know why it's showing one of my Discord server members here, but you know, it plays at the correct pitch and it sounds exactly like it does in Undertale. And of course, for things like Deal Gone Wrong, when it plays at different pitches at different times, you're obviously going to need to look up like those different pitches that it plays at. But yeah, anyway, that's how you find the different pitches for the different songs. And of course, they play at different pitches at different times, so you might have to look through a few different things rather than just the one time that Once Upon a Time plays. And so then you can close it out. Actually, before you close it out, another thing you can do is click Scripts, Resource Unpackers, and then click Export All Sounds, and this will create an exported sound effect like folder in your wherever you have the game. So here we can just open it up, and it has all the different sounds in the game which you can use in your game. And then, you know, we got stuff like the piano, and you can do like, oops, if I move this over here, right, like, right, very fun. But anyway, that should do it for now. And yeah, so now we know how to change the pitch of our songs as on top of what was shown in the video. For now, I'm going to keep the title theme as Sham just because I like it. And another thing here is we want to add some loop points for our songs. Now I had a different thing, but I'm going to use Power of Peyton as a example here. So I'm going to go to our unused music tracks on the Deltarune wiki here, and we are going to find Power of Peyton, and we want the newer version. And I'm gonna save it, and you'll also notice it's an MP3, and while I'd rather not use MP3s, in this case it's not actually too terrible, because usually MP3s will have little silence before and after, but with what I'm about to show you, it won't be too bad of a issue. Alright, and we have mus_neo just for that, and then we're gonna locate it in our folder here. And so you'll notice that it has like this intro here before it goes into the main part of the song. So what we're going to do is create loop points so that songs can loop without having to worry about that. So if we have mus_neo here, oops, and neo, and I should mention, yeah, we want have audio sound loop start, and then the parentheses, audio sound loop end, right? And so these numbers here are going to be where the loop starts and where the loop ends, right? And you don't need the loop end if there's no like fade off at the end and you just want it to go and the ending is fine. However, with an MP3 you're definitely going to need that. So what we can do is we can open up our music here and then with Audacity or some other audio like editing program, we can find the exact points where we want to have the start and stop of our tracks. Alright, and make sure you have it as minutes and seconds up here instead of beats and measures. You want minutes and seconds. So we'll see that this is, if you want to be accurate, like 16.577 like seconds. So we can say 15.577, right? And then for the end of the loop, since this is an MP3, and there's going to be a little bit of silence at the end. Yeah, we see this a little bit here of just like pure silence when we play it. Yeah, let's take this loop off. Yeah. So that is going to be at 2 minutes 15 seconds and 0.75. Okay, so 2 minutes is going to be 120 plus 15 is 135.7. So, and this is in seconds, by the way, so 135.75. So now hopefully if I play Power of Spamton here, it should work. But so the intro should play and then it shouldn't loop with the intro. Okay, so that actually loops pretty well. Only thing is I kind of forgot at the beginning there's a little reverse symbol that plays before the main actual beat drop. So let's try to find that. So that's gonna be right here, and that is gonna be at 16.57 should be good. So let's go back to the create event for our song loop points area. 16 point, what did it say? 57. So pretty close. I'll just like delete that. We don't really need to worry about anything past like the first 2 decimal points. Let's try that. There we go, and that was oops. That was a pretty good loop that did not include the intro, syllable or just like the intro Power of Neo part. You actually might like it with the intro reverse symbol, and I actually kind of do myself, but yeah, you can, for whatever song you might have that has like an intro part and then it only loops like the part after that. I think like in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Cynthia's like theme has something like that. So that's how you have loop points, and that's also good if you can only find like a specific song you need as an MP3 with the silence at the end. Then you can use that to do with that as well. But yeah, so I would recommend just for any song you do, you have this little section underneath the create event of your music manager where you just have song loop points, right? And then you can, for each song, just type the name of the song, and like, I don't know, Sans, but Sans doesn't have an intro like that. This could also be used to dynamically change like what part of a song is looping, although we haven't gotten to a point where we'll really have anything like that quite yet. But yeah, with that, now we have some nice, settings for our a nice system for having our music play, and we can also add stuff like the fade out and fade ins thanks to Peyton on their channel. So yeah, make sure on their video to give it a like and leave a friendly comment because they did a really excellent job with this. Alright, and that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and for 165 subscribers. It's really cool that all these people are watching my stuff and that I can help them. I should hopefully be able to get the next video out by next week, and that one will be on creating our own music for our games for free. So I'm hoping you're looking forward for that. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. And with that, have a great day.